So today is part 4 of me reading part 4 of part 5 of me reading Dom Enlightenment. So it's quite interesting what I have found out recently about Dom, and I'm halfway through the book, so that's amazing. And I was just going through today. I was reading about element selecting, how different nodes are selected, which methods are used. So I was reading that. So element selecting can be contextual. So basically, if I use a method for selecting get element by ID, get element, get selector all, any of these method, if I use on a particular node, it will be applied to all the nodes below it, which is makes sense, but I really never thought about it. I never thought about it. I always thought it might be like uh, on the whole document, but like it makes sense. Ki why is it? Why can it also go from one node down from one branch rather say? So yeah. So query selector all versus get by tag name is something interesting I found. So both of them seem kind of similar. Then I had to look on Stack Overflow key. There must be some difference between those two since there are two different methods. I found out that get query selector all is static, which is not live, and get element by tag name is live. Like it will always give you the updated name, while query selector all will give you a snapshot of the document at that time. Also, query selector all is O of n, and get by tag name is O of 1, which I don't know why that is, but it does make sense why get by tag name will be O of 1. It might be a map or something like that, a data structure which is being used, that's why it's O of 1. It can directly get by that key or like some unique identifier. Very interesting. Also, there are pre-configured element selectors, pre-configured method to get the elements like document dot images, document dot forms, document dot all, which can be directly used instead of doing uh, query selector all. So that is something interesting. Something also called matches selector. So basically, what this does is that if I have multiple child nodes, I can use this method to identify if I'm on the right child. For example, if I have a unordered list inside which there are list elements, if I get the first element from that unordered list, if I get the first element, to verify if it's the first child element, I can just do matches selector, right? But matches selector does not work for modern browsers. You have to use a WebKit or a Moz or a O. Yeah, and also we can also use not just with first child but also with nth child, right? So you can always determine which child it is. It will return a boolean, which is I didn't know this method existed, which is quite interesting. So yeah. I also read about offset top and offset left. So basically, when an element is placed and we want to get the offset length, or sorry, offset top or offset right, it is from the top corner. So all the measurements are done from top left corner. So it is from the boundary of top to bottom, top and left. Similarly, when we use get boundary client rect, it is also determined from the viewport of top and left. Not the viewport, but the whatever the ancestor is, who is not static, right? So who is the ancestor which is not static? Suppose body in most cases, right? Uh, all the measurements of all the edges will be taken from top and left of the ancestor, whoever the ancestor is, who is not static. It is something interesting. I was also going through some people who are well known in React community, which is a list given by Dan Abramov, and Also, I read in one article, it's Mark's article, that you should keep a journal about what you do in development, which is something I have not been doing. I just do normal journaling about daily life and stuff. But I feel like it would help me keep track of my progress and also make me realize how far I have come, so I can see what stuff I used to do earlier. So yeah, halfway through the book, it's going good. Let's see. Want to finish this book really quickly so I can move towards building something similar to React because I'm very excited about that article. Build your own React. So I want to do that very quickly, but first I want to finish this book and I'm storing everything right now, but yeah, I'll try building. I also want to build my state management library. So yeah, let's see.